Hello dear Grade 6 learners! Are you ready for another day of fun and learning? If you are, come and join me! I am Sir Ricky, a teacher of Rosales North Central School. This is our most essential learning competency. Explains how poor environmental sanitation can negatively impact the health of an individual. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to describe diseases and disorders caused by a poor environmental sanitation and develops the value of cleanliness. But before we proceed to our today's lesson, let's have a review from our previous lesson. Would you please enumerate at least 4 websites on social media that we can use in campaigning proper waste management? Example, Facebook. Yes, YouTube is right. Very good. Instagram is correct. Definitely. Twitter is correct. Exactly. Pinterest is correct. Our lesson for today is about diseases and disorders caused by poor environmental sanitation. Learners, will you try to guess if what are the diseases and disorders caused by poor environmental sanitation? Exactly! We have respiratory diseases. What else? Yes, we also have gastrointestinal diseases. What else? You're right! Skin diseases. What else? Very good! Neurological impairment or lead and mercury poisoning is right. Let's go to the first disease and disorder caused by poor environmental sanitation. That is the respiratory diseases. What respiratory disease do you think is shown in the picture? Definitely! That is common cold. What is common cold all about? Common cold is one of the common respiratory sickness that is an effect of poor environmental sanitation. When you experience itching or sore throat, runny nose, sneezing, nasal congestion, watery eyes, and mucus drainage, then you have the symptoms of common cold. The common cold is a viral infection of the upper respiratory tract caused by many viruses. Next, we have gastrointestinal diseases. What are gastrointestinal diseases? Gastrointestinal diseases refer to diseases involving the gastrointestinal tract, namely the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and the accessory organs of digestions, the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. These diseases are caused by poor personal hygiene, poor environmental sanitation, and limited access to clean water. What gastrointestinal disease do you think is shown in the picture? Great! That is diarrhea. What is diarrhea all about? It is the opposite of constipation and is sometimes called intestinal flu. It is the condition of unusual, frequent, and liquid bowel movement. Some of the causes of the infection are viruses, bacteria, and other organisms and contaminated food. How about this? What gastrointestinal disease do you think is shown in the picture? Yes, that is cholera. Then what is cholera? It is an infection of the small intestine that may result to severe diarrhea. This can lead to dehydration, electrolyte imbalance, and even death if untreated. Transmission occurs primarily by drinking water or eating food that has been contaminated. Cholera can be prevented by means of access to safe drinking water, good hygiene, and good sanitation. How about this one? What gastrointestinal disease do you think is shown in the picture? Very good! That is dysentery. What is dysentery? It is an infectious disease. It is passed through the ingestion of food and water that has been contaminated. The transmission is often infected individuals who handle food with unwashed hands. It is commonly found when people are crowded together and have access only to primitive sanitary facilities. And how about this? What gastrointestinal disease do you think is shown in the picture? Exactly! That is amoebiasis. What is the cause of amoebiasis? It is caused by protozoan or single-cell parasite, which invades the large intestine, causing stomach pains, cramping, and bloody diarrhea. Then let's go to skin diseases. The skin is the largest organ of the body that contains the nerves that sense pain, cold, and heat. When the skin comes in contact with pollutants, it results to some illnesses like eczema, scabies, and ringworms. Lastly, the neurological impairments. What are the neurological impairments all about? Neurological impairments are diseases that are related to the brain and spinal cord. One cause of this problem is mercury poisoning. What is mercury poisoning? Mercury poisoning is a type of metal poisoning and medical condition caused by exposure to mercury or its compounds. You have heard of factories that used heavy metal mercury in their industrial production. Some of this mercury escape in the environment of these factories. Exposure to the heavy metal mercury can seriously affect one's vision, hearing, and speech. Some of the toxic effects of mercury poisoning include damage to the kidney, lungs, and brain. The infected person should stop the exposure to mercury. To learn more, let's watch the short animated film about on how people acquire the bacteria and how it is being spread to the community. This short film is produced by the Global Health Media.
This is the story of how cholera changed my village. Tiny germs of cholera, too small to see, spread through the river. So small, yet so dangerous. Without realizing, women carried cholera home in the water. Flies carried cholera on their feet. Unwashed hands spread it too. We swallowed cholera germs in our water, on our food, and on our fingers. It happened so fast. By morning, my father was very sick. He had diarrhea that looked like gray water and poured out of him. I was so scared. I went for help. I never rode so fast. One look at my father and the nurse knew it was cholera. We had to work fast to save him. We made a special drink to help him. First, we made the water safe. We filtered it through cloth and boiled it for 1 minute. Then we mixed half a teaspoon of salt and 6 teaspoons of sugar in 1 liter of this safe water. It tasted like tears, not too salty. I worried my father would die before my eyes, but he soon felt a little stronger. The nurse explained to me that not everyone who swallows cholera germs gets sick like my father, but they can still spread the disease. Now I needed to take safe water to my village and teach them how to protect themselves from cholera. I saw a girl carrying water. I told her she could make the water safe by adding chlorine drops and waiting half an hour. There was a man about to eat with unclean hands. I told him to always wash his hands with soap and safe water after going to the toilet. Only with clean hands could he eat safely. I saw villagers spreading cholera into our river. I told them we needed to dig latrines far from the river, at least 30 meters away. This was important to keep our village clean. I found a mother preparing unsafe food. I told her, first, we must wash our hands with safe water. Then, we had to wash and peel the food, cook it and always eat it hot, and protect it from flies. I spread the word throughout my village and ran to find my father. I was so happy to see he was better. Our village became healthy. Now we filter and boil our water to make sure it is safe. We always use latrines and always wash our hands after. Food is safe from flies, washed and peeled and cooked. And we always wash our hands before cooking and eating. We made our village safe from cholera. Spread the word. Your village can be safe too.
Based from the short animated film that we have watched, we need to develop the value of cleanliness and good hygiene habits for us to be safe from diseases. For our activity 1, get your pen and paper ready and your ears and eyes steady. And check the appropriate box that corresponds to the correct answer. Number 1. Eating unwashed food is harmful to one's health. True or false? Yes, that's true. Number 2. Access to safe drinking water can prevent cholera. True or false? Definitely, that's true. Number 3. Eating spoiled foods can cause food poisoning. True or false? Correct! That's true. Number 4. Unsanitary disposal of excreta makes the environment unhealthy. True or false? You're right! That's true. Number 5. Exposure to the heavy metal mercury can seriously affect one's vision, hearing, and speech. True or false? Exactly, that's true. For our activity 2, the following words and phrases make up some environmental problems that we are bothered with. If you think they are a great burden to sanitation, put sad emoji. If it is not burden to sanitation, put happy emoji on the space provided. Number 1. No toilets. Yes, the answer is sad emoji because the absence of basic sanitation facilities can result in an unhealthy environment contaminated by human waste. Number 2. Reforestation. You're right. The answer is happy emoji because reforestation makes the land more hospitable to wildlife by providing food and shelter and creating better connectivity to other forested areas. Number 3. Disposal of waste in rivers. Definitely, the answer is sad emoji because when people dispose of their garbage directly in the water, rivers can be polluted. Number 4. Recycling. Great! The answer is happy emoji because recycling is one of the easiest and simplest ways to save energy and reduce air and water pollution. Number 5. Fish kill. Exactly. The answer is sad emoji because fish kills event is an indicator that ecosystems' health and water quality have been deteriorated. It may indicate that water may have been contaminated with biotoxins, chemicals, or microbial pathogens. Deficiencies in environmental sanitation contribute significantly to deterioration of our health and well-being, and of course, leads to mortality. In this regard, there are diseases and disorders that bothering us. And to avoid these diseases, we need to develop the value of cleanliness and good hygiene habits. For the evaluation, read the following test items below. Select the correct answer from the given choices and write the letter of your answer on the space provided. Number 1. Refers to the opposite of constipation and is sometimes called intestinal flu. A. Diarrhea. B. Cholera. C. Dysentery. Or D. Eczema. Very good. The correct answer is A. Diarrhea. Number 2. It is referred to diseases involving the gastrointestinal tract, namely the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and rectum, and the accessory organ of digestions, the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. A. Skin diseases. B. Respiratory diseases. C. Gastrointestinal diseases. D. Neurological impairment. You're right! The correct answer is C. Gastrointestinal diseases. Number 3. These are diseases that are related to the brain and spinal cord. A. Neurological impairments. B. Ringworms. C. Dysentery. Or D. Cholera. Yes, the correct answer is A. Neurological impairments. Number 4. The following are symptoms of respiratory diseases except A. Stomach flu, B. Sore throat, C. Watery eyes, D. Mucus drainage. Definitely, the correct answer is A. Stomach flu. Number 5. Is a viral infection of the upper respiratory tract caused by many different viruses? A. Diarrhea, B. Common cold, C. Scabies, D. Cholera. Exactly! The correct answer is B. Common cold. For your assignment, complete the semantic web. List down at least 5 diseases that you can get with unhealthy environment. Excellent! For a job well done! Hope you learned a lot from our lesson today. And again, I am Teacher Ricky of Rosales North Central School. Thank you for watching. Till next time, bye-bye!